You're about to learn a truth that most people will never hear, let alone understand. Procrastination, the thing that's stopping you from achieving your goals, isn't just a habit. It's a form of self-sabotage that's hardwired into your brain, designed to keep you comfortable, complacent, and powerless. And what's even scarier, most people will go their entire lives never breaking free from its grip. But not you. Before we proceed, think about this for a second. Right now, you're on the edge of something powerful, learning to stop procrastination for good. You're not here by accident. You're here because you're ready to level up. And let me tell you something. It's these small decisions, these moments where you choose to take action, that make the difference. So here's a quick action for you. Hit that like button, because by doing that, you're already making the choice to engage, to stay focused, and to take control. And while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe. Why? Because this is just the beginning, and you don't want to miss out on the next strategy that could completely shift the way you think and operate. And if you're serious, truly serious about overcoming procrastination, drop a comment below saying, "I'm in control now." It's more than just a comment. It's a commitment. If you're ready to prove to yourself that this is the moment you stop waiting and start acting, do it now. Let's start with the truth. Procrastination isn't something external that happens to you. It's not just bad luck or poor discipline. It's a carefully crafted mental defense mechanism. Your brain, in its quest for comfort and safety, has learned to trick you into believing that tomorrow, later, or when I feel like it, is the right time to act. The Ayanokoji secret is simple. You must learn to observe your mind like a silent strategist, detached, calculating, and always 2 steps ahead of the tricks your brain will try to play on you. Just like Ayanokoji's calm, measured approach, the battle against procrastination isn't won through brute force, it's won through strategy. The first step in beating procrastination is recognizing that it's an illusion. It's the brain's way of avoiding discomfort. But discomfort is the key to growth. The more you avoid it, the more you stagnate. Now imagine you're standing at the edge of a vast ocean. The waves, representing your distractions, your fears, your excuses, are constantly pulling you back, whispering, "Later, you have time." But what if you could stand firm, unmoved by the waves, and dive straight into the cold water without hesitation? That's the Ayanokoji way. It's about mental resilience. Staying calm when the world around you is chaotic, not letting emotions rule your actions. Procrastination isn't just a habit, it's a psychological pattern. Your mind perceives the task ahead as overwhelming or stressful, and so it opts for something easier, something less mentally taxing. But the truth is, the discomfort you feel when starting something important is momentary, it's fleeting. And the sooner you learn to sit with it, the sooner you'll realize it has no power over you. Here's where it gets interesting. Inaction breeds more inaction. The longer you wait to start, the harder it becomes to take the first step. It's not just a mental thing, it's physical. Your brain creates pathways based on repeated behavior. So the more you procrastinate, the more your brain wires itself to default to procrastination. But here's the flip side. Every time you break that cycle and take action, even if it's a small step, you're rewiring your brain to favor action over avoidance. Ayanokoji's strength is his ability to think long-term. He plays the long game, staying a step ahead, always calculating his next move. In life, especially when dealing with procrastination, this kind of mindset is crucial. You must begin to see the future consequences of your current inaction. The way Ayanokoji always anticipates the ripple effects of his choices. You're not just delaying a task, you're shaping your future, molding it in real time based on the decisions you make now. Every time you procrastinate, you push your future self deeper into a corner, forcing them to deal with more stress, more pressure, and less time. Now let's talk about fear. At the heart of most procrastination is a fear of failure or a fear of discomfort, and that's exactly what makes procrastination so dangerous. It preys on your natural instinct to avoid pain. But as Ayanokoji teaches us, true strength comes from confronting your fears head-on, not avoiding them. When you allow yourself to procrastinate, you're allowing fear to dictate your actions. The more you procrastinate, the more fear takes control. One of Ayanokoji's defining traits is his ability to remain calm in the face of stress, never letting emotions cloud his judgment. In your own life, you need to adopt this mindset. Learn to stay neutral and emotionally detached when faced with tasks that trigger procrastination. Rather than focusing on how difficult or uncomfortable the task might be, focus on the facts. Ask yourself, what's the first, simplest step I can take? You'll find that once you strip away the emotions, the task is much more manageable than you initially thought. The next step in mastering the Ayanokoji method is learning to control your environment. Procrastination thrives in chaos and distraction. The more external stimuli you have, the easier it is for your brain to divert attention from the task at hand. This is where you need to be strategic. Think of your environment as a battlefield. Every notification, every open tab, every potential distraction is an enemy soldier. To win the war against procrastination, you need to eliminate the distractions before the battle even begins. Here's a practical strategy you can implement immediately. Start by clearing your workspace. Remove anything that doesn't serve your current task. Next, use time blocking techniques. Set specific periods of time where you will work uninterrupted. But here's the trick. Start small. Don't aim for perfection. Start with just 10 minutes. The key is to build momentum, just like Ayanokoji. Once you get started, you'll often find that you can continue working far beyond the 10-minute mark. Now let's talk about reward systems. Your brain is constantly seeking rewards. The problem is it often looks for them in the wrong places. Short-term rewards like watching TV, scrolling social media, or taking a nap. But these rewards come at the cost of long-term satisfaction. The Ayanokoji approach teaches us to delay gratification. True success comes from being able to hold off on immediate pleasure in exchange for something greater down the road. To break free from procrastination, you need to retrain your brain to associate reward with progress, not avoidance. One way to do this is to set up small rewards for yourself after completing tasks. These rewards don't have to be extravagant. Sometimes, just the act of crossing something off your to-do list is enough. The key is to shift your brain's reward system so that it craves the feeling of progress more than the fleeting pleasure of procrastination. Another critical aspect of the Ayanokoji method is strategic thinking. Procrastination often comes from feeling overwhelmed by the sheer size of the task in front of you. But here's the secret. You don't have to tackle the entire task at once. You need to break it down, piece by piece, like a puzzle. Ayanokoji never rushes into action without a plan. He carefully assesses the situation, breaks it down into manageable parts, and then executes with precision. When you approach a task, especially one you've been procrastinating on, start by breaking it into smaller, more manageable pieces. Focus on completing just one small part at a time. This will make the task feel less daunting and give you a sense of progress, which is key to maintaining momentum. As you continue to use these Ayanokoji-inspired strategies, you'll begin to notice a shift in your mindset. You'll start to feel more in control of your actions and less at the mercy of your procrastination habits. And here's something crucial. You need to celebrate these small wins. Every time you take action, no matter how small, you're winning the battle against procrastination. You're training your brain to prioritize action over avoidance. The Ayanokoji secret isn't about brute force or working harder. It's about working smarter. It's about staying calm, staying focused, and staying ahead. Procrastination will always be a part of life, but it doesn't have to control you. By applying these secrets, you'll learn to master it, to see it for what it really is. A psychological illusion that can be broken with the right strategy. To wrap things up, let me leave you with this. The path to overcoming procrastination isn't easy, but it's simple. It starts with awareness, recognizing when and why you procrastinate. Then it requires strategy, breaking tasks down, controlling your environment, and rewiring your brain's reward system. Finally, it takes consistency, building momentum through small actions and staying focused on long-term success. This is the Ayanokoji way. Calm, focused, always thinking ahead. Remember, every moment you spend procrastinating is a moment of potential wasted. But every small action you take brings you one step closer to your goals. You have the power to change the way you approach your tasks, to conquer procrastination, and to achieve more than you ever thought possible.